Consider this input. Teams is an array. Inside that we have a two team, team 1 and team 2. Team has a members. Members is again an array. Under that we have a two people, Mr. A1, Mr. A2. Same way second team also has a two member, Mr. B1 and Mr. B2. Okay, my expected output is same. This is my expected output. Just I want to change name to player. Okay, we need to utilize a online tool, Jolt demo appspot.com, where I can put an input, where I can specify a spec and transform it. So I'm taking this input, putting it here. I have a ready-made base structure of a spec. Base structure of a spec is a operation and then spec. Now I'm going to write a spec here. We need to change this thing, so we need to reach till this particular name, imitating into left hand side. So I am going to take a team as my first node, teams, the same name. Now this teams is a array, so I need to iterate over all the object inside this array. To iterate, I will say star. Now my pointer is at this point, line number 3. I can go to members, so I will say members. Now my pointer is at this line, line number 4. I have to iterate over each members because members is again an array. So star iterate over each object. Now I am at line number 5. I have a direct access for name from line number 5. So now I can specify name. Okay, if I put ampersand, that means wherever my pointer is right now, take a name of that particular field name. So in our case field name is name itself. So when I transform, it takes this input, apply this particular spec and shows me the output here. So you can see that it took a same name and created an array of all the names. Okay, but this is not our expected output. Okay, before we go on develop our expected output, let's understand ampersand. So if I say ampersand, pick up a field name of this level. If I say ampersand 1, that means go and pick up this level, because this is 0th level, this is first level. So go and pick up level 1. So level 1 is star here, so don't expect star here because star is an iterator. Iterator has a value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. In your for loop also we have a value, so we can say that first iterator will have a value as a 0th object, then it will have a value of a first object, then it will have a value of second object, third object, fourth object like that. So this star means 0 for this particular block and 1 for this particular block. Okay, so if I say ampersand 1, it will utilize 0 and 1. Okay, so here you can see that 0th object for this member is picked up and 0th object of this member is picked up and added in one array. First object and first object is picked up and added. in one array. Okay, if I say ampersand 2, that means it will go 0 1 2, it will show members. Okay, if I say ampersand 3, then it will go again on this one. Now again this is a star. Star means iterator. Iterator have value 0 1 2 3 4, that one. But this 0 is not on this. This 0, this is for this particular bracket on a teams, on a teams. Okay, so if I say ampersand 3, it will group, but it is not grouping this one and this one, it is grouping all this, because this is all one, this is all together, this is all together. So it is grouping a1 a2 in one array and grouping b1 b2 in one array. Okay, so this, if I put 4, then it will be teams. Okay, if you put 5, then this is a root node, so it will say root. If you put 6, then this is a root node here, and it will again say root and put it there. If I put 7, now it is out of our boundary, so it will say error running transform. Okay, so this was all about ampersand. Now if I want to run as per our expected output is a structure, same structure as a input, but just name need to be replaced as player. Okay, so I will say ampersand 4 to pick up this one, 0th level, first level, second level, third level and fourth level, so to pick up teams. Then dot notation to create a node inside teams. Then I will say members, so 0th, first, second, so I will put ampersand 2. Then I want to put a player, so I can see the structure teams, members, player, but this is not a structure which we are interested into. In our structure, teams is an array, members is an array, but here teams and member become an plain object, only player is an array here. And our need, our expected output, player is not an array, so we will say this is array and this is array. Now transform, this created an array, this also created an array, but this is not looking like a matching structure, because every object for a1 a2 b1 b2, it has created member 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 member. See, here we have only two members, but here we have a multiple member. We want to group this a1 and a2 in a one member, b1 and b2 in another members. Okay, so for that we need to provide some grouping information to Jolt. How we will provide this grouping information is inside this bracket. If you say hash and if you say group on a level 2, that means level 0, level 1, level 2, means group on a level 2, so group on a members. Then we have to group over a teams also, so for a teams part, ampersand 4, I will say level 0 1 2 3 4, so I will put hash 4, that means group on a teams level. Whatever you get at teams, group on a teams level. Whatever you get from a members, group on a members level. So this is a level number where you want to group a information. This is our expected structure, teams array. Inside that we have one object. Inside that we have a members is an array. Inside that we have a one object player. Inside that we have another object, then close. So this is player which exactly which we wanted.